Kevin's on Facebook, ain't he?
Good morning, baby, on Facebook. Good morning, Tony and Rachel. Nice to have you here, Rachel, on this cold morning.
Yeah,
Um, and with Monique. Monique's done listened to me, for over an hour,
yep.
hour and a half. Um, yeah, I don't know how long I'll be on here because, you guys, I'm getting a little bit of cough and I don't need that to come back on me, as I say it.
That's what I told you yesterday. So,
Oh, you guys, I went to Kroger yesterday. The only reason I went to grocery store. Hey, Derek. Good
hey,
morning.
Derek.
Good morning.
Good to see you.
The only
Thank you,
reason
babe.
I got out of this house was because Casey's sick.
Yeah.
Oh, and Tommy. Good morning.
Hey, Tommy.
And so, that's the only reason I got out. And a hundred and something dollars later, I'm unloading groceries.
And she still forgot coffee.
Yes, still forgot coffee. I didn't even go in there for coffee. I went in there just get Casey's medicine, but
Good
ugh,
morning, Tony.
I got something for my sinuses.
I love you guys. I'm glad all y'all are here. Oop,
Yeah,
sorry.
I know Kevin feels like if he knew I was going to go in the store, he would, he would let me because he brought me milk. So I'd make chicken and dumplings. Crazy man. He said they were good. He said the best I've made so far. I made a huge mess. I wrote to Tiffany because we always do this food thing. She always wants to know. She says she lives vicariously through me with food because, when you're a nonprofit organization, you pretty much take what people donate. And so, anyway, I told her what I had fixed, and I said, your dad said it was the best. They were the best. I said, that's what happens when you don't cook for a few weeks. I said, home cooking tastes really special. I
Yes,
said,
it
so,
does. And when you make a mess, it really tastes good.
well, it must have been good because I was on the phone on FaceTime with Heather, Dwayne's Heather, while I was doing the dumplings. Um, and so she got to see all the mess. She does not like texture, so she said there's no way she could have flour sticking on her hand. So, oh, whose door's open? What door's open? Yeah, it's cold here, Tommy. 28 degrees to us is cold.
Hey, anything below 50 is cold. Or 50 is cold to me.
So, you guys, we have a new person in. Oh, Denise's door was open. Yeah, she goes in and out.
She does.
So, everybody, welcome Rachel. Good morning, Hetty. So,
Hey, Hetty.
Derek, are you still taking your
Medication.
cancer? Yeah, cancer treatments. Oh yes, Alabama lost last night to Georgia. Kevin almost turned it off before the ending. I
I
think
ain't even going. I didn't even watch it.
I guess he he didn't talk ugly, so I think once that one guy went down,
Yeah,
hit the ground, he I think he knew. I swear, and there's
yeah,
somebody else that can do his job. He said, well, the other person got hurt last week. So I think he kind of knew it was over. Um, yeah, Hetty, it's 28 and it's just, I'm not used to it. I try not to get out. Um,
Mm-mm.
but
That's
I
me.
but I did yesterday, and um, it's like when that wind hit my sinus cavities, it was like fire going up through my nose. So I got me some more Sudafed type stuff. Well, I think it's helping that, but it's making me have a little bit of a cough. So maybe about July, I will be fine and then start back again.
Hey, I
Woo!
got another door that's closed. Don't worry, Tommy. My door ain't open. Just the big door's open.
So
I
Derek
have a
said
glass door.
it's 15, but the wind chill is 10. Yeah, I don't want to poke my head out today, Hetty. I got enough stuff that I can fix my chicken and chicken pot pie tonight. I told Denise I'm excited.
We had it's 40 degrees, but the wind chill's 34 here.
That's
So
pretty much for both of us since we're
yeah,
both
it's
here in the
like yeah, because I live in the southeast of Georgia. I told
and
him, I said, if I wanted to go see Darlene, I just had to head west, and I'd be right there. Just if I could have make a straight line,
I
almost
know,
just a little bit of an angle, not much. I'd be right there at her front door.
but it's still how much of a ride did we
About
say?
3 hours.
Yeah, 3 hours, a little bit more.
Yeah. Well, it's a good. I plotted it one time. It's a good 3 hours the way I'd go, because I know a lot of back ways that to get there. So
Well, my writing is not good because um, when we went and got Tiffany that last time, oh my gosh,
oh
that was
yeah,
the longest trip. But we did go straight up there and straight back, me and Karen.
I'd have to if I
Or
went to
do-
dark. I'd have to rest
Yeah.
probably the rest of the day, and then the next day I'd probably be really good.
Oh
But
my
if I'm
gosh.
going to see Darlene, I'm gonna stay longer than one day.
Oh, Tony
Ooh,
said
-4,
-4.
Tony. Heck no, 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 no.
I know
This
Ben
uh,
said what did Ben say yesterday? It was negative.
-20
Yes.
something.
Yes.
I said no,
Yeah,
y'all crazy.
Darlene would not be
No,
getting out.
no,
But
no, 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 no. I wouldn't live there. Sorry. I'm glad I live in Georgia. That's all I gotta say.
Neville, good morning.
Hey,
Good
Neville.
morning. Oh,
Oh, good.
102.
Oh, Lordy.
Yeah, you guys are having your summertime.
Yep.
And you see everybody here is having their winter time.
Well, the other day it was 76 degrees here, and now it's wind chill's 34. Yeah, 2 days ago it was 76. That's crazy. We got crazy weather.
Yes.
Neville, it's good to see you. Missed you.
Yes. How have you been staying
Missed you too, NASCAR. Derek, we've
have you
missed you.
been staying well, Neville?
I
Me
hope so.
me and Casey we caught that. Oh, the hokey pokey mess. And
Oh, Derek, you're having a bad day.
yes, he is.
I know. I hate that.
Good
Dwayne,
good morning, Dwayne.
good to see
Dwayne,
you.
I'm 2 for 2. You know, and I did an hour yesterday, so hopefully this will be good. It's like I'm sitting here talking to you guys, but my mind is on those um, chicken and dumplings. I'm like, yeah. I
Ooh.
sent my I sent my sister a message last night. I said I had chicken and dumplings, And she said, "Bring me some." I said, "I am in bed."
I am not bringing you dumplings. You want them, you come over here.
Wow. Dwayne said it's warmed up in Alberta. Dang.
Ooh. Oh, man.
You
Mm.
know, we don't know what the weather's going to do. We just talk about it. I remember one time, it was last year or the year before. Tracy was sitting outside. I think it was 70 degrees, wasn't it, Denise? But Tracy's
Yeah.
sitting out there and we're talking. And the next day they got a blizzard.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you serious? It was just 70 degrees yesterday. And it
That's
just,
what I said. That's the way it was with us. The day before, it was
mm-hmm.
76. And then yesterday, it was cold. The wind blowing, wind chill was low. And today, it's even colder. And
as they
it's going to be cold. It's
as
going
they
to stay
say,
cold.
colder than a well digger's booty. I cleaned it up. They put it a different way.
Colder than a witch's
Mm-hmm.
in a
That
brass
too.
bra doing push ups in the snow.
I ain't never heard that. Oh, that one.
Yep. Colder than a
Oh,
witch's boobies in a brass bra doing push ups in the snow.
that sounds like something Mama would have come up with.
I've heard
Well,
that a long time.
oh, yay, Neville. 19 years, 19
Days of two
and two
years no
years.
smoking.
Well,
Yay.
Neville, my daughter graduates her rehab on February 4th. That's her graduation day. And between me leaving her in jail for 3 months and the whole time she's been in rehab, she has been about a year clean and sober. I mean, not even nothing,
Nothing.
nothing for um,
Yeah.
depression, nothing for pain, not nothing. So um, I haven't got to talk to this daughter in a long time, it seems like.
You know,
But
in April, let's see, the end of April will be a year that I haven't had any narcotics, Darlene.
yep,
April will be a whole year.
that is
Man.
amazing. Good morning, Chris, my love. I wonder what you've been doing.
Hey, Chris. Oh, hey, sweetheart. It is so good to see you. Man. I love you, Chris.
But I guarantee you, I tell people, I say she is not like one of those places you see on TV where it looks like people goes to a spa and kick back and no. This,
She works.
yeah, they
They
are
have to
busy
work.
from the time they get up till they go to bed. They keep them very, very busy. And it is way off in the woods. I mean,
Oh, Hetty, love you, girl.
I can't even tell you how
Well,
many miles on a dirt road that it is.
I mean, I wasn't addicted to the narcotics or anything. I'd just been taking them for a long time. And I was done. I made up my mind I didn't want them anymore. I came off of them slowly and I did it by myself. I don't recommend people do that. You need to be under a doctor's care getting off of them. But I did it the right way. I knew enough medical stuff because I keep up with that stuff to know how to get off. I didn't have any withdrawals or anything because I came off of them slowly. But end of April, I'll be a whole year with not one narcotic in my system.
Well, that's good.
So I'm just excited.
I know. I
Good.
don't like taking what I do. I really
I'm me
don't.
again. Like my sister said, she cried. She said, I got my sister back. And I didn't realize how much of a difference it made until I quit taking them. And she's right. Makes a big difference. What? Come on, get in.
Well, Monique, some of ours is, some of, there's a difference between like pain medication, pain management, and your brain.
Well, it was. I mean, that's what it was, pain management. But
Yeah.
they, sold their business, I guess you call it, to somebody else, and I just, I couldn't, and I just needed to. I'm not gonna tell y'all I'm not in pain. It
Oh, yeah.
hurts. There's some days it hurts really, really bad,
Yep.
but those days I just keep myself laid down and because sometimes even moving around just is too painful. So,
And
but I do good.
that is something that we know. That's a given. You
Mm-hmm.
know, that's something that when they come up with the diagnosis with me as having rheumatoid arthritis, I was already hurting. My arm was swelled. I didn't know why. And the heart doctor that I had to go to because I had sleep apnea, he said that the inflammation that was in my blood, he said, the rate of inflammation that you have, I've never seen that much in somebody unless they're about to have a major heart attack. And he said, and you don't have heart problems. And I looked at him and I held my arm up. I said, well, do you think it's this? Because I mean, my arm was all the way up to here. It was just stayed swelled. And he said, probably, but I'm a heart doctor. That's all I care about. And I just looked at him. But he did tell me, he did get me in touch with a rheumatologist. Well, first he said I had to go to an orthopedic doctor to rule out carpal tunnel, whatever. He said, but I know it's rheumatoid. So then I went from there to the rheumatologist, and I stay on something that keeps the inflammation out of my blood because when I read up on rheumatoid, I just thought it mangled your hands. I just didn't know what all it did. And I was reading a magazine and it talked about the leading cause of deaths in women with RA is from heart attacks. And so
Yeah.
I'm like, what? So, yes, I make sure um, I take Plaquenil, which is hydrochloroquine, and that's what they gave people when all that mess started going on. That's the medicine they gave. So yes, I take that. I've been taking it now for almost 17 years, and I do my blood work. But the body pains, you just know.
Yeah,
Um,
I have osteoarthritis, which
yeah,
causes, deformities as well. My hands are crippled up. They're my thumbs turn in, and it's really hard to do things. So
yeah,
I have my magic, as Tatum calls it.
and you when you're around other people that understand what you're
Yeah.
going through, it doesn't take that pain away, but you don't feel like you're by yourself because your family gets tired of hearing you always say you're hurting.
Oh
But
yeah.
we can laugh about some stuff, you know.
We
And
just kind of it helps take your mind somewhere else.
and even with the mental stuff, we can laugh about that, laugh at ourselves
Oh yeah.
about
Yep.
that because there's days that we just want to cry because we get tired of the mental part.
Yeah.
And
It pain messes with you.
and
Messes with your head.
and then like my doctor, talked about fibromyalgia, which they used to say
Mm-hmm.
that's not a real thing, but last time I went to my RA doctor, she looked at me. She said, I'm just telling you, most of what you're going through is called fibro fog. And it
Yep.
is a real thing. And she did,
It
she's so
is.
sweet. She kind of looked right in my face. She said, it is a real thing.
Yes.
And I said, she said, but there's no way to, she
You
said, we
can't
could treat
treat
the
it.
symptoms, but
Yes.
because we don't know enough about it, there's no magic, nothing.
No.
Darlene B.
Hey, Darlene B. Love you, sweetheart. Gosh, I just love all you guys. I'm so glad to see y'all. Y'all make my day.
I know, mine too. Mine too.
Y'all
So
are a
yes,
happy place.
if you get together with some old women and we just sit around and talk about the Arthur, my grandmother used to say the Wrightus brothers. I said, who's the Wrightus brothers? Arthur and Bersa and crazy woman, crazy woman.
Love your grandma.
But yes, um, I think I can manage with the pain better to sit in here and do the pain, but the the mental part getting from the bedroom to in here has been something. It has really last year really worked at me to get out of my head. And it's like once we moved in Mama's room, it's like I'm in my I'm in my comfort zone. I really don't want to leave out of here, but I really needed to, and I knew I needed to, and I missed everybody. Well, my friend asked me, could he come in? Where did he go?
I don't know.
I sent him, yeah, Chris.
Where you at, Chris?
I have missed my boy. I did not realize that it has been a month yesterday was a month since I had gone live. And then it was probably another month or two before going live. So, I'm ready to get back. Aw, thank you, Monique. I know you guys. I didn't even there was times I didn't even FaceTime with my friends. That was just wild.
No, we didn't mess with her because I mean, I didn't call her much because I knew she was sick. Sick, sick.
Um,
But I tried to call her every day when she just was, it was just bad.
and Hetty, I thank you guys. The all of the messages through Messenger, all the text to my phone, emails, you know, everybody reaching out really touched my heart because
Oh,
I
boy.
always feel like I get more from you guys than what I give out.
We
And
did a lot.
Terry telling me, Miss Norgus, come back. We're your family. Let us hold you up as your family because you said we're family, and that's what family does. And
Yes.
well, you tell your husband he could talk to you later, Darlene. Husbands come second.
Girl, you don't even go there.
But last night, because I had my laptop out while Kevin was on the game, and Think Dragon was live, and so I chatted in there, and I believe that's where our new friend, family member, come from this morning. That was in here bright and early, and he has not. He said he had not done anything in so long either. So a lot of people, I think, last year just messed with a lot of people. You
It
know,
did. It just, it was one of those things we just,
that's
things change your life and you just kind of, But just like Sandy said, no matter what you like, what hits you, you're enough.
Yep.
You are enough.
Yeah, I went back and watched Sandy's. Well, I listened to it and looked at some of the stones, and I did. She did. She said, "You are enough." Everybody out there listening, you are enough. So, oh yeah, I didn't cut the TV on yesterday morning. I started writing Tiffany a letter because they have so many rules that it's not hard for them to lose a privilege. So I don't know what she did. And it don't matter, it's they have to have a lot of rules for a reason. You can't have people that are battling addictions and have several guys in this dorm and several women in this dorm, and just the day-to-day routine of things. um what might not seem like a big deal to us, even if it's that you took a bag of chips back to your room. That might not sound like much, but if it's close quarters, heck, how long would it take for bugs to start? Or, there's just different rules. So, um, I don't question them. My mom does. Whenever she'd call and they say, oh, she don't have phone privileges, she'd want to know why and get mad about it. No,
Don't
I
have
just,
to know why.
no, I just told him, I said, well, thank you. He said, do you have any questions? I said, no. And I just kind of I said, no. I said, I'll just write her. I'll write her a letter. And I said, and I'll be okay. But look, her phone calls, they only get 10 minutes.
Go
10
ahead.
minutes is not long, you guys. It's enough to get to hear somebody's voice. It's
It
enough.
is.
It's enough to hear the voice.
And
And
it's wonderful. The letters are
oh yeah,
great. You know, we all got away from a lot of writing, but I'm going to tell you
yes.
what, to get a letter is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
What we used to take for granted is really special. Like you get a card in the mail and somebody's took the time to write in it.
Yep.
Write you a message. It just makes it really special.
Yeah, and it's like out the blue at Christmas when I got a Christmas card, and it really wasn't a Christmas card. It was just a kind of a "you are special." Yes, Monique, I got it from Myra out of the blue, and then it had this little raccoon in it, and it just touched my heart. I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, look what Myra sent me. I was so excited, you guys. There's
Chrissy.
my there's our
There's
Chris.
Chris.
Hey Chris,
Hey,
Hello.
Chris.
our number one
Look how
buddy.
handsome.
You got a big mug. What you drinking?
Coffee.
Coffee.
Told you.
Well, that's a big mug. But yeah, Tiffany, I talk about you guys. I talk about the girls. Chris, I've even told my daughter about you. I talk about you guys because you are my family. And
Yes. I
and
talk about y'all too. My daughter looks at me like, who?
yeah, and I talk about the food, and um I talk about Ash being at the foot of the bed, and um sometimes I'll say your dad's snoring to the right of me, Bailey's snoring, the coon is snoring, the cat's snore. I'm like, everybody in this bedroom is snoring except me.
Yep. I have that issue.
And she'll laugh. She'll say, Mama, I love your letters. I said, I'm not exciting. What, talking about how the all the animals and your daddy sounds when they're sleeping?
Yeah. I'm
And
just,
I say,
y'all
this
ain't
is
seeing my face because I'm a little nauseous. So,
I said, this is my life, but it's full and I love it. I
Amen.
I love it.
I'm telling y'all, y'all have saved me more than one time.
Yep.
I'm not lonely. I've never lonely. I always have. I have the girls. I have you guys. You know, just it's amazing. It's amazing the close relationships you can develop, and you think, how in the world? But it happens,
Because
and
think
it's great.
about it. You are making that effort to cut on a phone or
Yeah, a
cut
computer.
on the computer or send somebody a message, and you take the time to do that, and it's like, hey, I thought about you today.
Yeah,
And um when I couldn't talk, oh Chris, I went 5 days, 4 full days, with not being able to even hardly squeak. I mean, not even above a whisper.
Mm.
And I let that be a God. um I called it a God, what did I say, lesson, a Jesus lesson.
yeah,
Use it or lose it. You've lost your voice. Well, you have not been doing the job I told you to do. You have not using the platform to get out there to tell people about me.
yep.
So, how's it feel not to talk? You know,
Whew. She had a rough time with that.
I did. And one day I got so tired not seeing the girls, I FaceTimed and couldn't even talk. And oh, yeah, don't do that. Your friends will sure enough run all over you. If you can't talk, yeah, laugh, Monique. Liz, Liz was brutal. She was
She
vicious.
was.
If you come back and watch this, Liz, yes, you were vicious. You were vicious, laughing at me.
She was. I
So
told Norlene, I said, Kevin prayed for you to be quiet for just a minute, and he got a whole week's worth. He didn't like it too good either.
no, my throat wasn't sore. I just lost my voice, and I'm like, well, God,
Oh, yeah. Getting laryngitis is the pits.
I've never had it. I mean, I might have lost my voice one time when I was younger. I would lose it because in my sleep, I would scream so bad at night sometimes that I couldn't talk the next day. That's how bad I'd scream and wake everybody up. But never from being sick, just out of the blue. Yeah,
Oh,
Monique
yeah.
laughing, you guys. It was.
I get laryngitis like that.
I never have. And
Oh,
but, but I looked, and I had not even signed into YouTube and all that. Well, I looked one day and I'm like, what? My subscriptions are up. How in the world did I get 25 new, and I haven't even been on here in over a month? How in the world? And it just come to my mind. I don't need you. It come in my heart, in my mind. I don't need you. But if God has a platform for you, if you don't do the job, He'll find somebody that will. He will find somebody willing to do
yes.
that job. So when I saw that, it did touch my heart that, okay. And then I still didn't come live. Then I lost my voice.
Um,
And I was like, okay, yes, I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. Um,
hi.
how's your mom doing, Chris?
She's doing good.
Is it
My,
cold up? Is it cold up there where you're at?
oh yeah, and we had snow.
We don't get snow down here much.
My,
It's
No. Don't
I got
like
my
that
booster
white
shot
stuff.
yesterday, and,
um,
Mm-mm.
and
Super Super
my
Dad
right arm
called
is
it.
my right arm is hurting.
Yes, it hurt my arm. I couldn't hardly move my arm for days. Yeah, Super Dave calls it the hokey pokey.
He
Because
tested positive.
you can't talk, you can't say it now on uh, Facebook. You can't say it the word on YouTube.
So
Yeah,
you gotta say hocus pocus.
yes,
Hocus pocus.
they threatened to take down his channel because of it. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Then got
Hocus
tested
pocus,
positive.
hocus
Hocus
pocus. What?
pocus.
you, hey, me and Casey tested positive for the hokey pokey too.
Yep.
It was it was rough. Yeah,
Yeah, they were sick.
I wasn't singing it.
Mm-mm.
It could have been
Mm-mm.
worse. I have to say
Sick.
that it did not get in my chest. It did not get in my lungs. So,
Thank
some,
goodness. Praise
yes,
the Lord.
you have to say thank God for things that don't happen. Thank
Amen.
God for
I miss being with you guys. I really do. I just
We've
been
missed
going
you
through a
too.
rough time last year.
How
yes,
you doing, sweetheart?
It still hurts.
I know it does, and it's going to.
yeah,
And Noga's loved her. She
Yes,
loved my girlfriend.
I
we
did.
You
all
guys
loved her.
you all loved her. You guys took her in.
Yes, we
Yeah,
did.
yeah, I had to ask you that one time. Whoa, Chris, who is that in your room, Chris?
You I mean you saying it, you're like, wait a minute, Chris, who's this lady? Like,
Yeah,
that's my girlfriend.
well, you better introduce us.
And here's someone that you miss too.
Oh, look at
My
there.
precious. Look, let me
Look
make you
at
bigger.
her. Hey,
Let me.
Jasmine.
Oh, look at her.
Hey, sweetheart.
You guys missed her too.
Yes.
Yes, we have.
Chris, I will have to send you videos of my baby,
Yes.
Ash. She is wild and crazy.
She's a mess. She's something.
But yes, I have missed you,
You
Chris.
still have the picture of me and Jazzy?
Of
Well,
course.
yeah, it's behind this door.
Who am I talking to?
There you go. You see that picture on my door?
My my YouTube friend.
It's there.
Who's that, your mama?
Hello.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for sharing your baby with us. We love him.
Yes.
Oh, look at baby's got she's got clothes on. Chris, you got clothes on, Jasmine. Hold her up. Hold Jasmine up, Chris.
Oh, she left.
Oh,
Do you have
Jasmine
a
left.
sweater on, Jasmine?
What's that?
Do you have a sweater on, Jasmine? Look at that, you guys.
how cool.
Look at that.
Keeping that baby
Oh,
warm.
look at that. Look at
Oh,
Jasmine.
how sweet. He keeping you warm, baby.
I told Casey I was going to get a little dress to put on Ash.
She tear that thing up.
Casey said, "Yeah, I want to see that." I tried to put a
Uh-huh.
collar on her.
She didn't want it. Your dog didn't want it
It
on,
wasn't
did
my
she?
dog, Chris. It's my raccoon baby.
Are you right, cool, baby? She didn't want it on,
I
No.
didn't get it. I tried to put a collar on her.
She
and
won't.
she takes it off.
I couldn't even hold her to with two hands. No.
She's like, I don't want that thing on.
No, she didn't. And you don't make, they're funny. You don't make them do nothing they don't want to do. And
Listen. You
she
would.
won't let nobody else hold her.
No.
Just
So,
you.
yeah.
Yes.
So it's not like that we could get it on her by double tag teaming her. No. You don't. I was talking to Brandy last night. Um, I had my laptop open and I walked out of the room so that way. Was it you, Denise, or Brandy? Oh, I was talking to Brandy when you tried to FaceTime me.
Yeah.
So Brandy is our oldest daughter. So I had to clean up the cage, Ash's cage. So I set the phone down. She done jumped on my shoulder, run around my head, was all in my hair, and I leaned down, and Keevan's getting ill. Then she hit the floor, and she just laid there. She was just flat on the floor and just looking up. It don't hurt them. They fall out of trees, you guys. They will fall out of trees. So yeah, she just laid there, and I scooped her up and put her back in her cage. Crazy thing. Yeah.
Darlene's her mama. That's why she
I
loves her so
am.
good.
I was in the kitchen where I wouldn't bother Keevan while he was watching the ball game, talking to Brandy, and he done called me, come in here and put her in her bed. Yeah, she was in there pitching a
Well,
fit
it
with
was
me.
past her bedtime if the game was on.
Yeah, it was. It was. Yeah, now that I'm touching my back, I've got like little places on my
Scratches.
back. Yeah, my arms. She don't do it out of meanness. It's just that, Denise, we have thin
Oh,
skin.
yeah. Our skin's thin as
That's why I try to have on sleeves and have something that she can sink her claws in.
instead of your arm.
Yeah, I get kisses and nibbles and growls, and she tries to intimidate me, and I'm like, I don't think so. I'm like, you are not the boss of me. I am the boss. I am the boss.
Oh, yes. Get on her.
If I could, I would have her in my lap and show you guys, but
Ooh, she'd be running all over the place.
yep.
She'd be going nuts. I done seen her.
But yesterday did feel real good. It felt back normal, as much normal it could be, because
Mm,
Tommy and
yeah.
Destiny told me they were going to go live. Well, I had to go to the store and didn't get back in time. But then Tommy ended up starting it on the wrong channel or something. So um, I watched some of theirs, and then I found out that Sandy had went live while I was cooking. So I watched her later after I got off the phone with Brandy. So I watched her, and then Think Dragon was live. So I was able to get in there, touch base with him. He had been gone for a long time.
And you met
So,
Rachel.
yes. So, yeah, I met a few people that, plus I got touch base with people I have not seen in a while.
Amen.
So, it felt normal again. Um, it
Yeah.
was like getting part of that joy back of interacting with people.
Oh, that was me.
Now, if I can just get my
What,
ear,
yesterday.
if I could just get my earbuds to sync with my laptop, I'll have to get Casey help me with that. So that way it won't interrupt Kevin.
You got your Bluetooth on?
Yeah, I just don't know what they show up as. No, they do for my phone, but not the laptop. So I just gotta. It's new. I'm still trying to figure out a lot of stuff.
Oh, me too. That's why I'm not live on my computer yet.
Yeah, I like things being regular. I get used to knowing how to do things, and
Yeah.
then Windows 11 come out, and I'm like, okay, I'll upgrade, and bam, I'm like, what? How come they have to change it so bad that people like me, normal people, I don't understand all this stuff. I mean, I don't even know. I can't figure out how to post to Instagram, share this with on Instagram. I just don't know those things, you guys. I have TikTok. I've uploaded a couple of pictures of the Crazy Coon and Bailey. I don't understand these platforms. So I understand StreamYard. I understand YouTube. Facebook is pretty solid right now. Last time they changed something, it took me forever to figure it out.
Yes.
Um, One of the things I will read today, I know there's not many on here. 3 a.m. Neville, it was so good to see you today. I have
I'll
missed
never
you.
love you. Thank you, baby.
I have missed you. So much love. Stay safe. Stay safe and stay well.
Amen.
And congratulations
Yay.
Yay.
on your no smoking.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the triple C is in the house.
Hey, CC.
Yay. Yay,
Love
yay.
you, girl. Good to see you. Woohoo.
So January 11th, my little flip calendar, it is now his lowness, Lowness. That's the little title of these. Um it says the heavens aren't too big for him and the heart of man is not too small for him. So that's what today. It's not a scripture, but it's just sometimes there's scriptures, but today is just a small. Yes, cheers, Neville. Cheers to you.
Cheers.
I know, Cece. It was a month since my last live. Last year, I just could not get it together. Could not. Um, oh, I just,
And you
I
were
just
sick and
didn't.
just had a rough patch there for just a
Well,
little
we
while.
all did.
Yeah,
Such
last
a
year
loss.
rough.
We
I
all
lost my
had.
husband.
Yep.
I suddenly it was sudden, and I was in the hospital twice. First time took me 5 days before I even knew I was in the world. They
Yeah, it
didn't
scared
know
me.
even if I was going to survive it because of what was going on in my body. And my son was telling me all the poisons that were coming out of my body
Well,
that
when
I did not
Sarah
know.
answered me, when I found
Yes.
her and asked her, and she answered me and said, "Will y'all pray for Mama?" I'm like, "Yes." I knew how serious, Denise.
Yeah, it was. And then the second time only had one day of not knowing what happened. But I lost my memory for like a whole month of my life was just blank. It's still blank. I don't know. I don't I cannot recall anything. It's just black. But
Yeah,
1 month is just black. The second time, like I said, it was only um one day. It was that night, all day and all night, and then the next day I was up and I was feeling 100% better. But I stayed a week that time too.
you
I
guys
stayed a little
now,
over a week, so
if
it's been rough.
if I think I hadn't heard from if
Yes.
yeah, if I hadn't heard from Denise and I think I hadn't talked to her in 2 days, I will look. I'll send a message to Tatum now. I have his phone number. Tatum, is your grandmama okay? And then I hit Denise. I hit Sarah up. Sarah, is your mama okay?
Uh huh.
And then Denise said, "Well, I answered you, but it never went through." Yes, Cece, I miss the races that we used, on Derek's channel. Yes, they were fun. Um,
Mama too.
yes, CC, I that room back there that was Mama's, I painted it. That's my happy place. It was so hollow back there. It
Mm-hmm.
was hollow. One night the lights went out in there. What was blinking like a strobe light. And I was in the living room, so I could kind of see something flashing, and I looked at the door, and I could our front door from our bedroom, and it was flashing.
Still
And
don't know.
Casey just happened to be going in the bathroom, so he saw it. And no, the light in there was going crazy. I'm like, nah, mama, no, you ain't. Casey said, uh-uh. He said, mama, we are not playing. He went back there and cut the light out. Well, then it being a dark hole made it even worse. Cece, losing Alvin. I'll answer. She asked you, Denise.
Yeah, I know.
Losing Alvin, just, and then her getting sick. It's like she did so much for Alvin leading up to what happened with him. And I knew she wasn't sleeping. She was steady going, taking care of doing stuff for him. And, it just,
Not taking care of me.
yeah. And it just hit her. And, she was walking, talking to Denise, but
Darlene
um,
kept I was sick, and I said, I'm not sick.
I know the night she went to the hospital, I'm sitting there. Was that the second time or the no, that
First,
was that time
yeah,
because you was sitting there and I could tell by the way you was breathing. I said, "You need to go to the hospital. You need to go to the hospital." No, I don't. I ain't sick. And Sarah was sitting behind you in her daddy's chair and I'm like, "I'm going to send Denise a message." She says she hears you. I mean, I said Sarah a message and I said, "Sarah, your mama's sick. Your mama is sick." And sure enough, that night
thank you,
she
baby.
passed out in the floor, and that's the only way they got her to the ER. She had to fall out in the floor.
This the first time I was in the bed, and I was non-responsive. The
And
second time, y'all, I'll tell
Cece
you,
didn't know. Um,
my grandson found me
yes.
on the floor without a stitch of clothes on. He went to his mama. He said, "Mama, you got to go help Granny off the floor. She is naked." And she came in here, and I was not coherent at all. And I don't remember. I remember being very hot. And I remember I was headed toward the bathroom to take my clothes off, put them in dirty clothes, and then get me a tank top and a pair of shorts. That was what was in my mind the second time. And I don't remember. That was my last thought that I remember. The first
Oh,
time, just everything. My
y-
potassium was so low. I mean,
well,
it was very dangerously low.
yes. When your potassium drops like that, we don't realize what our body needs and stuff like that. But anytime that happens with you, Denise, it's like you get
Yes,
incoherent, but not
yes.
just bruised up, you guys. No,
I was
she
cut up
was skint up
bad. The skin
so
was just
bad.
off of my arms.
She's got huge scars now
Yeah.
on her knees, on her arms. It was awful. On the top of her feet.
The
We share stuff like that. And it was
Yeah,
just
I woke
like,
up in
oh,
the hospital the second time, and I was wrapped. My left arm and my
mm,
right arm were wrapped up from the top of my shoulders to my wrist.
mm.
I didn't know what was under there. I had no idea till they started taking the bandages off because they had to keep changing them. And oh my gosh, pain beyond pain taking them off. But oh, I was messed up
Yeah,
bad.
yep. It's much better now, but
Oh
you can
yeah.
tell. You can tell.
Oh yeah. I'm doing extremely well.
But
I'm
CC, we lost mom. Well, uh,
yeah.
Kevin lost his brother, so that was my brother-in-law,
Oh, I
and
have potassium I have to take twice a day now.
and
Oh
then
yeah.
then that happened with Mama,
Yes.
and then that happened with Alvin,
Mm-hmm.
It was like so much sadness. I just wanted to hide. So much sadness. And
It
it
was
wasn't just with us, different, so much loss in our community,
yes, it was.
in our YouTube family communities.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere you looked, you know, Blandine, she lost her husband, then she lost her son, and it's like
Mm-mm.
it hurts.
I
It hurt.
lost
And
really good friends. I
Sonia
lost
has
two
been in the
family members. It just, well, three counting Alvin, but after Alvin, I lost two family members. I
yep,
lost two friends, three
yep,
friends after that. So that whole last year was just nothing but a
loss.
lot, a whole, just
Um,
so much.
CC, you remember Sonia from
Yes,
Australia that would be on
Sonia,
here with me, and she'd be sometimes in Sandy's. She'd come in
I
Sandy
did.
Channel. Well, she's been in the hospital about a year now. February will be a year, and she's fighting for her life.
Yes, she
And it's
is.
nothing to do with what everybody else got sick from. It
Mm-mm.
was the healthcare system in over there did not take care of her,
No.
and it caused her whole body to just about shut down, and she's fighting to try to come
Ooh,
back.
big time.
So,
Y'all just keep her in your prayers. Sonia,
um,
I love you, baby. I know
yes, you
she's gonna
guys.
hear.
Yep. Her daughter yesterday. Her daughter's 25, and she has been by her mama's side
Jeez.
just about the whole time.
Yes.
But like yesterday, her daughter put one earbud in her ear and one in her mama's ear. Even though she's in a medical induced coma right now, she still can hear.
Yes.
And the nurse told her daughter, yes, you continue to play that because they could tell by her heart rate.
By
So,
her reaction, that her
yeah,
brain is still good functioning.
yeah. And she tried to squeeze her daughter's hand. So
Yes.
she hears that.
Yes, she does. I miss her.
Oh,
Cece. Monique said, Sonia, love you so much. Hope to speak with you soon.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so, then there was the two people that were resellers. Um, the wife, him and his wife both, they were young,
Yeah.
and they were both sick. And then the wife passed during the night, and then he was put in the hospital, and then he
He passed.
passed.
Yeah.
So, um, it was like one thing after the other.
But I'm telling you guys, even though through all this that I've been through, I'm blessed. God, Thanksgiving rolled around. It was a happy time. I was able to smile. I was able to laugh. Christmas was beautiful. Alvin's birthday was a couple of days ago, and I did real good through that. I thought about him. Of course, we think about him, but
Yep.
it was not a sad time. I was, thinking happy thoughts, and God's blessed me even through everything.
And you guys help because anytime you guys mention Mama,
Yes,
it does me good, because to remember her and to laugh about some of the craziness that she did. Um, and even though not having any kids around at Christmas and not having Mama, and um, even when we got together Thanksgiving and ate with my sister-in-law, we're gonna still trying to do that. Um, you know, they always, Casey and Karen, they'll find something to laugh at me about. Something I say. If I say somebody's name wrong, they're going to be laughing at me. But, we get to laugh at things about Mama.
Yeah, my bunch laughs at me
Um,
too.
no, Cece, it was Dusty, and can you remember who it was, Denise?
I'm trying
Dusty,
to think.
something Pickers, something Pickers,
Ugh,
and they
my
were
bunch
in their
don't.
30s, wasn't they, or was it 40? But they were,
They were young because they had kids.
but yeah, something with Becky painting the roses red. Something happened with her too. There was just
There was a lot.
anybody's life you went in, there was, all prayers being poured out. Well, we do have to say 2021 was a
Yep,
time of people reaching out.
it was.
It really was. Yes, there was a lot of people that passed in in the communities, but the communities I noticed come together.
They did.
They came together and prayed for one another and reached out to each other. So
It was. It's been an amazing. I don't know what I would have done if it had not been for my family and
mhm.
my YouTube family.
you
Y'all
guys, you guys
helped
got,
me through so much. And
yes,
even though I
Susan.
wasn't live and I wasn't, in the chat, I was still watching. But I just could not, I was not ready to be out there. I just could not. When I got ready, I got ready. And I've been here. I've been with Sandy. I'm like, I'm not going to miss my opportunities anywhere. I have to. I have to, we have to share Christ, God everywhere because we don't have much time.
That's why
Right?
yeah, Cece said Susan Gill. It's so strange you said that because this morning, when I was setting this up on, YouTube and Facebook and all, I saw Susan's picture as one of my friends, and I
Yeah.
looked at that picture this morning of Susan, and but yes, Dusty Pickers, yes, yes, it was both the husband and the wife. It was really sad. And
It,
Cece, I don't know if you know it or not, and I can tell it because he came live last month. Derek has cancer,
yes.
so it's really
Pray
taken
for-
its toll on him.
Yes.
So keep him in your prayers.
He's having a bad day today. He
Yes.
said so.
And I got a message from, I don't know if you know Denise Vault. She goes by, I call her Denise A since
Yeah.
Denise there. But she sent me a message last night, and there's their family that's real sick, some in their family. So,
Mm.
um, prayer requests go out to them. And if anybody else out there has any prayer requests, let me know and I'll write it down.
Oh,
Uh,
yes.
Even Tiffany, they write it on a board. So she said, anybody, Mystique, her son
Yes.
Isaiah, he's, what is he, 15, I think?
Yes. 15.
Um,
Wait a minute.
his
14.
his blood
Oh,
work,
maybe he's 15.
his blood
Mm.
work came back, wasn't it negative for leukemia finally?
Yes. Yes, Cece.
So,
That's who it
yes.
is.
And yes, CC, Derek,
14.
NASCAR man. Yep.
He's 14, darling.
Okay, 14. But Mystique, she's, that her young boy has just been in and out of the hospital and is Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, CC, I didn't know if you knew it or not. Because he hasn't been doing anything. He hasn't felt like it. So, yeah, keep him in your prayers. Yes, he was in, and it's like I said, his first time because I haven't been coming on. So, um, one morning he let me know right before because I'd lost contact for a while, and I was like, no. So yeah, it's and I felt bad. I told my daughter in a letter, I said, I feel like I've been really selfish. I said, here I've been at, I said, I have not done nothing but hidden away.
Me too, Cece.
And I said, I feel selfish because there's people out there that have lost people and people out there needing companionship and they're needing, and Miss Hetty, Hetty was on. Yeah, I do feel that way sometimes, Monique. I do. But Hetty, she lost her husband, CC, and she Monique's giving me the angry face,
Yes, and I know why.
and you better not sneak in here and eat cat food. Yeah, you better not sneak in here and eat the cat food. But yeah, Hetty is kind of, going through the loss of having her, not having her husband at home and she's in a house by herself. So, um,
Well, when I got sick the first time, the only way I could come home from the hospital is if somebody stayed here with me at home. So my daughter, of course, she was separated from her husband, so her and my grandson moved in, and they've been here. And oh my gosh, what a blessing! She can do things that I can't, and
well,
she takes
see,
very good care of me.
God knows what's coming before we do. And He knows where we're supposed to be, when
Yeah.
we're supposed to be there. And it was meant for Sarah to be there in the house with you.
Oh yeah, and it's good. My house is huge, so it's like her and Tatum have their own space back there. They have because we have a living room and we had a den, so they've got like their own living room, their own bathroom, their own bedrooms. I've got mine. I got my own bathroom. They got their own all that, so they got their own space. The only space we really share is like the dining room and the kitchen. That's it. The rest of the time, they can have their own space, which is good.
I wrote,
Oh man.
CC, I wrote it down. Um,
Oh
Keevan's aunt, that was married to his uncle that passed when we had all these family deaths, that aunt was in the hospital with pneumonia from being that sickness going around. So I just got to pop up
all right,
that
baby.
she's on her way home. So I'm thankful. I did talk to my wife-in-law last night, you guys. That's our oldest daughter's mama. Um, she, you guys,
How's
that
she
was
doing?
a miracle that woman walked out of that hospital.
Amen.
She is a walking talking miracle. And I told her
Hmm.
last night, she's can't use, it's like her arm from here down, she can't use it, some kind of nerve damage. She don't know what it is, but she's living with Brandy, and Brandy tries to tell her, mama, you're sleeping too much, or and Brandy's just scared that she's gonna find her unresponsive again. And me and her
Yeah.
are the same age. But yeah, so Brandy, you know, going through a lot too, and but I did get to talk to uh, my wife-in-law. That's what we've always called each other. We call that's a nice way we say it now. It used not to be nice, but but yeah, she was really really sick, and Brandy still has that fear of her mom just being not here.
I know Sarah scares her too.
Hmm.
Some days it bothers her more than others. But I'm doing so good right now. So I'm paying very close attention to making sure I take all my meds and everything.
You hear Denise? You hear Denise talking, but you can't
Hey,
see the phone.
Bailey. Hey, my
Oh,
baby. My
oh.
sweet girl.
Why ain't you in there keeping Ash company? I know it's she's probably coming in here telling me what time it is
I'm sure, because I was
because
going to.
I've been an hour is kind of my limit, you guys. Um, so CC, come back in the morning. Come
Yeah,
back in the
do.
morning.
Love you.
We'll get back on this and Chris, if you're not working, come back and hang out with us because I've missed your beautiful face.
Yes, you so handsome. You're such a handsome boy.
I
I
know.
have I have missed everybody.
Mm.
So anyway, much love to you guys, and just thank you guys. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here with us.
Amen.
And if you
Amen.
need me, hit
God,
me up on Facebook, or um, send me an email or call my phone. You know, I
love you.
promise I do answer. But anyway, kisses to everybody.
Mwah.
Oh, wait,
I
wait, wait. Chris, CC, CC wants to know how you're doing.
well, I'm doing okay. I'm still hanging there.
CC, he lost his girlfriend, his pretty much his fiance last year.
Yep.
Out just it's like with Alvin, we were talking on. He was on YouTube with me that day, and we had a
Yeah.
good show. And he called me. What time was it? About 5 o'clock that evening, Chris?
I think it was.
He
Yeah, it was five
called
o'clock
me and
because
told
I
me
was
she was gone.
because I
And
was at the hospital at the time when they took her in. I was at the hospital.
it shocked. It was a shock. Oh, good morning, Ben.
Hey, Ben.
He
Love you.
said good morning
Oh,
and goodbye. So yes, it was it was hard. It was like I said, all that loss. But
mm,
we're here, and we'll just have to continue to give our love and support to everybody. You
amen.
know. So hi and bye, Ben. I love you.
Love you, babe.